Welcome to the Compass Audiocast. I'm your host, Hawa Kambian. Prepare to revisit the compassionate wisdom many of us heard in our youth so that we can mindfully apply it to reimagine a future of work that we can all shape for the better. Thanks for coming back to another episode of the Compass Audiocast. Great to have you here. So today's quote is, "Use your special abilities to help other people." So when I was 8, the emphasis here was on knowing what I was good at and what I liked and what made me special and unique from other kids around me. In adulthood, the focus is more around what it means to be of service, support, and value to other people through my skills and abilities. So, what happened to me in adulthood was that I realized that I outsourced the recognition of my abilities to employers. And really, this all started in school, where I would receive a gold star, an A+, a university acceptance letter as a symbol of my ability and worthiness. And then I traded pencils and erasers for the work messaging app on my phone and the follower count on my industry social media platform of choice. So I went on to follow certain career paths because of the guidance or insistence that I must, or that people would only be proud of me if I produced a certain result based on their imagination and limitations. The challenge with that is that there was a lot of data to process when I was figuring out not just what skills and abilities I genuinely wanted to tap into, but also how I wanted to experience that with other people. What skills and abilities do I choose? How do those skills intersect with or support others in a meaningful way? Those were some of the questions that were coming up for me. And even now, I sometimes would love to have someone to tell me what to do, but that's not really the point of life, right? And what I really want to experience is to be able to learn things, even if it's the hard way, because it's all a part of our mastery of our abilities and discovery of the big and small ways that we can support one another through our skills. So let's talk bridging. Whether it was during my years in university or while I was working, I felt like my role was to find my one thing so that I could focus on mastering it and becoming this huge success. So I carried this sense of doubting myself and my ability to choose a field where I could do my best. Growing up as a woman of color in foreign communities, there was often this narrative that I had to be the best because I was a minority who was going to face more hardship, and that stuck with me. As I progressed, my perfectionist self was great at being organized, which is an important skill set, but can have its limitations as a job. And I wanted more for myself than keeping people, places, and things in order. I wanted to be of service in a way that energized me and helped me grow, not drained me. I don't think I even realized at the time that I wanted to do work where I could learn and improve how people actually work together, right? And what I wanted, at first, I initially focused on getting paid, right? That getting paid felt like the win. It felt like I was on track. And then eventually, being able to do interesting, complex work feels like that is the point of fulfillment. And finally, I got to a stage where it really became about impact and meaning in my work. And through wearing many different hats in my career, I've noticed that what kept me energized when I would change my role or my function was the idea that I was going to have the opportunity to learn something new that would allow me to create. And I believe this point is so important when we're talking about the future of work, because the future of work that I envision is one that will focus on people's abilities to think and harness original thought for the betterment of ourselves and people around us. Automation and technology assist us more than ever to maintain the practicality of life. But what about the unknown, the gaps, what doesn't currently exist, the people whose needs still have not been met? So many millennials and Gen Z professionals and leaders are taking their curiosity to new heights in order to change and improve upon their communities. Enabling people to explore and integrate their different abilities into their careers is the stuff of innovation and nonconformity. And that is actually what helps us add and expand and increase the equality and equity that is possible in our societies. So, what do I like to do now when I find that I'm caught up in what I'm doing more than whom I'm doing it for? First, pause. Honestly, just pause. The awareness that you're centering hyperproductivity instead of relationships is a significant one. Give your nervous system a break and do something healthy that will make you feel better, especially if it involves meaningful social interaction. Second, chat. Start talking to people about what really interests you, whether this be at work or in the community. Form new relationships with people who can connect you to work that has high potential to offer you more meaning and connection with others. This could be as simple as having a conversation about switching projects on the team that you already sit in, or it could be as broad as completely pivoting industries in order to find more fulfillment. Third, balance. At the end of the day, helping people goes hand in hand with producing quality and memorable experiences or products or services. Look for more ways you can balance the mastery of your skills and abilities with the people-centered aspect of being of service. So when I look back at my trajectory, all of these years in leadership, it took me a good few years of adapting and changing what I do, and I continue to do so in order to make sure that I am in alignment with the connection, the level of connection that I want to feel in terms of working with other people. And the process of consistently recalibrating myself has made me realize that helping people recognize, appreciate, and utilize their special abilities is something that I'm honestly really quite passionate about. And for me, that's what success looks like, because being a part of HKC is so special to me because I get to blend all of my abilities to inspire others to take action for the future of work. I'm constantly writing, speaking, creating, and sharing in a way that brings my unique perspective forward as a way to change the leadership narrative with Africa's leaders. Thanks for tuning in to the Compass Audiocast, where we bridge past, present, and positive for the future of work. Please like this post if you found it useful, share it with someone who may need to hear it, and subscribe if you want to be notified when our next one comes out. Leave me a comment to share some of your special abilities you're using to help others, and I'll see you in the next one. Lastly, a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who signed up, attended, and participated in our Journey Alignment Masterminds. The events were fantastic and I just learned so much. Very eye-opening. We are going to be launching some exciting and exclusive offers for folks to participate in coming out of those engagements. So stay tuned for more.